Hey, I'm Les Bonnet. I'm a certified health coach. And what we do is we help people get to their optimal weight so they can have optimal health. It's a relative term. Optimal health is a relative term. Optimal health for someone who is a 70-year-old cancer survivor will look different than optimal health for somebody that's a 25-year-old marathon runner. What optimal health is, it's having the best health that you can have with the body that God has given you. And being at an optimal weight is a huge piece of having optimal health. I don't know about you, but I have struggled on and off in my adult life with my weight. As a high school person, I was lean and cut, an athlete in the military. No challenges there. But you get out of school, you get into your life, you get into relationships or children, and before long, 5 pounds a year adds up. You may find yourself 20, 30, 50, 75, 100, 200 pounds or whatever overweight. And you're like, how did I get here? And we got there through our choices. And the way that we can get back to where we need to be is going to be through our choices. And that's the beautiful thing about the program. It's not a shot, it's not a drug, it's not a supplement, it's simply food. Most people spend about $12 to $14 a day in their budget for food, and whether it's eating out or whether it's going through drive-through or a latte at the coffee shop or vending machines. So what we do with our program, because it is food, it's already in the budget, we just have them pivot their grocery store for just a short season to get to their healthy weight, and then they can transition back into normal life and go that way. What kind of initiated the move here recently for me to lose my weight was the Zoom meetings. I'm watching these meetings and I'm conducting or on these meetings, and I see my face in the video. I'm like, oh, you have got to do something about your weight, big boy. That was my catalyst. So I went on program and I shed off my 30 pounds, and that's about 3 months on the program, a little over. And results vary, and I still have 15 pounds to go to get to my goal weight. But the cool thing is it's under control. And when you have your weight under control, your life can be going off the rails, and we can get in this crazy cycle. But if you have one piece of your life that's under control, and if it's your fitness, your health, and you have that under control, and you walk into work and all the stress just kind of mounts up on you, but you know what? At least I got my health under control. I'm seeing progress on the scale. When I'm at a healthy weight, I feel good in my own clothes, in my own skin, if you will. That's the beautiful thing about this. It's so much more than a number on a scale. It's our self-worth, our self-esteem, it's how we feel, and that sort of thing. Over 72% of our population is obese or overweight. And a 10% reduction in weight for someone that's obese or overweight is equal to a 50% reduction in the likelihood of disease. Every pound that you carry, you can multiply, extra pound, you can multiply times 6.8 on your ankles, your knees, your hips, your lower back. And everybody, a lot of people, let's put it that way, a lot of people are on a diet or a program. And some people can do it on their own, but most or many need help. And we found if someone has structure, they have community, they have the right tool, and they have a mentor or a coach, they can have great success in regaining their health and getting to a point in their life where they're thriving and enjoying life and have the energy and moving on through life in such a beautiful way. I was visiting with a friend of mine. He's probably 100 pounds overweight. Showed him some information on the program. He calls me back and he says, you know what, the program's, I'm going to do my own thing. And he's a friend, and I would not do this to someone I didn't know well. But I just asked him, I said, well, how's it going for you? How are you doing on your program? And he says, well, I need to get back focused again. And that's the thing. When you make up your mind and you have structure, community, the tool, and a mentor, you can have success on it. As we visit with potential clients, I like to, as a coach, I like to try to have them wave a wand, magic world. What would you want to be? What would your weight want to be? Sometimes I'll mention to people high school skinny, And one guy said, "Well, no, you're going to have to go back to middle school to get to a good healthy weight for me." But anyway, what? Why do you want it? What's a healthy weight for you? Where do you want to be in that? And then, and if they don't believe the program will work for them, I tell them this. I said, "You know what? You don't have to believe. I'll believe for you. You just have to play by the rules. Play by the rules. Eat the food. Let me coach you and mentor you, and you'll see it after the first week. You'll see the progress that'll take place, and you'll feel better." What we do, we are founded by a physician, Dr. Wayne Anderson, and Dan Bell co-founded this. And Wayne Anderson is the 10th board certified critical care doctor in our country. He graduated top of his class. He ran a teaching hospital up north for 18 years, and he's getting people into the ER and different places and patching them up and sending them back, and maybe he sees the same people. I don't know. But I know that he said, we are reacting to disease. We're not creating health. And so he walked away, and he founded Optavia. That's the company. And what we do is we are addressing this stuff upstream where people are at a healthy weight. So they're not having all these different complications with their weight, with their life and their health due to the carrying of extra weight. And so that's kind of what we do. So when someone starts the program, the first step is kind of a conversation about goals and see whether or not they are a candidate for the program. If they are, we order their food. I walk them through the orders so they get the discounts. The food shows up at their house, and I tell them just open the box and pick up the phone and call me. And so we get them launched on the right foot. And so they're going to be doing 5 typically. There are other programs. They're going to be doing 5 portion control meal replacements a day. And I will help them get started. We're going to stabilize that blood sugar right out the gate. And so doing 5 portion control meal replacements every day along with 1 regular typical meal. We call it a lean and green. And so they wake up in the morning, within 30 minutes to an hour, they're going to have their first portion control meal replacement. The beautiful thing about it is there's 60 plus different options, and they all have the same nutritional footprint. So the soup or the brownie or the bars or the shake or the pudding or the cappuccino or the cheese puffs or the pretzels, they all have the same nutritional value. So it doesn't matter what you eat, just as long as you're eating one of them every 2.5 hours, and in the day you work in your lean and green. The lean and green is just a healthy protein, maybe a grilled chicken salad, maybe a pork chop and some asparagus, not fried, maybe a steak and some cauliflower. Just healthy vegetables, and you work that meal in, and at the end of the day, you're at about 900 calories or so. Your body needs 1,600 calories depending to survive. And so what happens is after day 4, first 4 days, your body is burning the glycogen, the sugar out of the blood, and then it switches. In day 4, you may have a headache, you maybe feel a little achy, but then your body starts reaching over and burning the stored glycogen in your body, and that's the fat. And when it's burning the fat, it's a great energy source. You're going to feel great, no cravings, little cravings. And great energy is typically what we find with our clients. And so as you're losing your weight and the coach is mentoring you along the way, we are dripping on you and teaching you habits of health. Because if your body's getting thin and your mind's still thinking fat, your weight's going to come back. We've got to change our thinking. We've got to change our mind to start believing and knowing and understanding nutrition and just learning how to make better choices. The way we got here is a choice, and the way we can get out of this is a choice. And it comes down to food. I'm filming this in the kitchen. This is the battleground, right? In that cabinet up there above the microwave are my son's healthy Cheetos, and the refrigerator there's bread and that sort of thing. And it's just the battleground. We just got to make some choices. And you can have bread, but just not during the first fat burn stage of the program. But we teach you what to do, and then as you get to your goal weight, you go into transition or maintenance, and the goal is for you to be able to sustain that long term. It's a program that will help you get to your goal weight, and you can sustain it. So if it's something that you're interested in, pick up the phone, shoot me an email. It starts with hello. The first step is simply a conversation about who you want to be and what you want to be health-wise, and then we see whether you are a candidate for the program, and if so, which one, and we just go from there. I hope you can acquire the goals in your life concerning your health. You'll be the better for it, and let me help. Talk soon.